I realized I never get alone time and asked my boyfriend to let me go to the gym solo, but he accused me of lying and wanting other men, and now we're both hurt and not speaking. I, 26F, have been in a committed relationship with my boyfriend, 27M, for almost 5 years now. We have a really good relationship and have blended our lives together pretty well, up until this point. We've been living together for about a year and a half. I work from home full-time, and he works hybrid. He usually only has to go to work in person 3 times a week. We have separate friend groups, and I'm able to have my girls' nights, but we're all adults and have pretty busy schedules, so that really only ends up being once a month or so. Even then, I live really close to a lot of my girlfriends, so I end up going home at the end of the night. Now here is the problem. At the beginning of the year, my boyfriend and I made a New Year's resolution to start going to the gym more often. Super cringe, I know. It became a great addition to our routine. 2 weeks ago, he caught a really bad cold, was homesick for a few days, and wasn't able to go to the gym. I went by myself and realized how nice it was to get a few hours all to myself. I liked that I didn't have to work around his work schedule. I liked that I was just able to go by myself, grab a coffee on the way, and listen to Megan Thee Stallion loudly in the car. I liked that I was able to catch a yoga class, and I've been debating doing a Pilates class here and there. My boyfriend mainly likes to focus on cardio and some weight training. I've asked him if he'd be interested in doing a class, and he said that they were a waste of time. I didn't realize how much time we were spending together until I actually got a moment to think. Other than him going to work and hanging out with his friends, we spend every living moment together. We have breakfast together. We have lunch together when he's at home. We have dinner together. We watch movies and TV together. We do groceries and run errands together too. I love spending time with him, and I love being around him. None of this is an issue for me. But I can't remember the last time I farted and he wasn't there to make a joke about it. After realizing this, I spoke to my boyfriend and asked if he would be okay if I started going to the gym on my own. He didn't really understand and took it as an offense. He asked if I didn't like working out with him. I responded that while I liked working out with him, I also enjoyed working out on my own and being able to do classes that he wouldn't necessarily enjoy. He said if it was a timing thing, he would sacrifice his lunchtime and go with me midday if that's what I preferred. I pushed back and said it wasn't about him, I just wanted some girly time and well-needed space. He then proceeded to accuse me of wanting to go to the gym for a specific reason, insinuating that I was going there for male attention. I, of course, was insulted and told him that wasn't the case at all, and that I just needed one thing a week that was just for me. He let it go for about a day, but proceeded to make petty comments every now and then about my so-called odd behavior. This week, as I was getting ready for the gym, I put on a really cute gym set, and I'm not gonna lie, it was flattering in curvy areas. He started with his BS again and made rude remarks that the only reason I wanted to go to the gym was so I could get checked out without him being a deterrent for other guys looking at me. I matched his energy and told him that maybe if he wasn't constantly breathing my air, I wouldn't feel like I was suffocating in my own house. Yes, I know it was mean, but honestly, he was wearing me down. Since I made that remark, he's been very short with me, responding to my questions with one-word answers or just telling me that he wasn't in the mood to talk. I understand that I hurt his feelings and apologized for what I said. He shrugged me off. So, am I the jerk for wanting to go to the gym on my own? If anyone has any advice about how I can explain to him why this is important to me, let me know. Relevant comments. Commenter. I don't think you're the jerk. My husband and I have been married for over 40 years, and one really good reason for that is me time. He goes out on his bike, sometimes even goes away for the weekend. I take up residence on the sofa with a stack of books, snacks, blankets, and a glass of wine or a pot of tea. He comes back relaxed and happy, with stories to tell, and I'm more than happy to return to real life and listen to him. We've each had a great time in our own way. Commenter 2. People really don't get this, saying he's right for keeping her from breaking this pact or that she has to go find another thing that's her me time, as if a compromise or sacrifice wouldn't result in resentment. My fiancé and I have been together a little over 5 years, and this kind of thing has never been an issue for us. We value our alone time and our together time, a balance of both helps you appreciate all of it. He has never accused me of anything, even when my alone time is public, gym, etc. Even if either of us felt that way, we would talk about it, not give cold shoulders and short responses. The immaturity is just as suffocating. Either way, I hope Up gets the me time she needs, whether it's still with him as her partner or not. Commenter 3. Look at it this way, in his mind, everything between you two is perfect. He loves spending every second with you and doesn't see you as being smothered. You aren't wrong for wanting alone time. Now look at it from his perspective. He goes on Reddit and posts that his perfect life with his perfect girlfriend is in jeopardy because ever since she started going to the gym, she now wants to go by herself for alone time. Certainly, some guy must have caught her attention, and she is interested in him. 90% of the responses will be that he is probably right and you will cheat on him soon, if you haven't already. Everyone who reads this knows it's true. Talk to him, reassure him. I can't tell you how to do it, but do your best. Let him know how important he is to you. Update 1 week later. I just want to say thank you to everyone who replied. I've been overwhelmed. I tried to answer a few questions last week, but there was just too much. I also just wanted to clarify that my man is not controlling, neither of us is cheating, and he is not abusive in any way at all. Okay, so update. After a week of us pretending like the situation blew over, it wasn't resolved, I wasn't sure what more to do. I took all of your advice and wanted to talk this out more maturely. Thinking this was just a space issue and poor communication, I asked my boyfriend to talk about it seriously. Logically, if I needed space, maybe he was feeling the same way. I laid out my feelings again, mentioned everything I said in the last post. I told him that I totally understand it must have been jarring for me to suddenly not want to follow through on our New Year's resolution. I offered a compromise of us splitting gym time, still going together but also doing our own things. I'll go for my classes alone when they pop up, but also do the machines and stuff with him. I reassured him that I only had eyes for him and offered to save my nicer sets for when we go together. He looked annoyed that I brought it up again and told me that he's over it and I should just do what I want to do. I, of course, didn't accept this. I wanted a resolution we'd both be happy with. I pressed for his true opinion, and oh boy, it was not about the gym at all. So I truly was the jerk too. Last November, I hosted a girls' night at our apartment, just 2 of my close friends. My boyfriend was home but vacated the area and went to relax in our bedroom after dinner. Long story short, he had overheard a conversation where I said I wished we had more romance in our relationship. For context, I watch a lot of Korean dramas and said I wished I could be whisked away and yearned over like a period piece baddie. The K-drama part was a joke, but there was truth to my wish for more romantic notions. Understandably, he took this to heart. I tried to explain what I meant, that we barely go on dates anymore, and I felt like we were always in PJs around each other. Even our intimate times feel scheduled, always after dinner or before a show, never spontaneous. I felt like we were too young for that. His perspective was the complete opposite. He said he feels like I don't appreciate the way he takes care of me. He mentioned the fact that he made sacrifices to move for me, that he foots the majority of the bills, that he's looking for new jobs all because I suggested it, that he always gets my favorite takeout without asking, and other more personal things about his family I don't feel comfortable sharing. I know some of you will be curious. The sacrifices he's mentioning were moving from his previous 1-bedroom apartment to our current 3-bedroom. There wasn't enough space at his old place for the 2 of us, plus our home offices. The move was inevitable, and we viewed all of our options together. It's even closer to his job, so I'm not sure what his issue is. As for the job, he's always complaining about how hard it is and how he has no free time. He works in health and safety, so I always tell him to find a new job that makes him happier. If you're wondering, we split the bills based on our incomes, which I thought was a fair split. We live in Ontario, Etobicoke. It's expensive here, but I pay what I can afford. Plus, I'm home more, so I end up doing more chores than him. The takeout is not even a fair point, seeing as I cook him dinner every night. We don't buy food. Trust me, I pull my weight as a partner, it's not up for debate. This all relates to the gym fight because he said he felt like I was complaining about him and then looking for solutions elsewhere. I kind of translated that as him feeling like I was looking for romance outside of our relationship. I don't know, but he sure pissed me off, and we fought about it for a good hour and a half, lol. Anyways, after cooling down, I apologized to him for everything I said. It was a private conversation, but it still was wrong to say. I assured him I was only referring to frivolous things like flowers and going out on dates, not his character as a partner. I just want us to be more lovey-dovey, less like roommates. I told him I appreciate everything he's done for me and for our relationship, and said I was sorry for ever making him feel as though he wasn't doing enough. I stood my ground on how it was unfair of him to see his sacrifices and efforts in our house as one-sided. I show up for him on a daily basis. Prior to moving in, I held him down through some difficult times with his family and continued to adjust my life around his schedule. I was more insulted by that than anything else. He apologized as well, for giving me the cold shoulder, for what he said about me wanting attention, and for starting fights with me instead of just telling me what's on his mind. He said he was embarrassed, that's why he's been defensive. But we're good now. We updated our gym routine to just go whenever our schedules allow, if it's convenient to go together. I also got him to agree to try class with me, he gets to pick which one. We also made a promise to try for proper date nights each month. We got tickets to see Avatar: The Last Airbender in concert next month. He's going to try and surprise me with flowers, I'll surprise him with cute gifts, and also more spontaneous lovemaking. As for the financials, we were looking into renewing our lease when it ends, but now we might consider finding somewhere cheaper. I'm supposed to be covering a mat leave position starting in June, hopefully, the extra cash can help alleviate the stress. This will probably be an ongoing discussion for us. Also, we agreed to stop breathing so much of each other's air, haha, and take more opportunities to do individual side quests. Sorry for the freaking novel. But thank you to everyone who gave me advice. I feel silly for freaking out on Reddit, but I appreciate all of your insights, it helped me so much. Relevant comments. Commenter. It's fascinating how his take on things got turned on its head with the other side of the story. Sacrifices like moving house admit the fact that it means a better location and more space. Changing jobs to please you admits that he was unhappy anyway, and your suggestion was simply to make a change if he's unhappy. Always buying your choice of takeout admits that you do the cooking the rest of the time. This is something all Am I the Jerk aficionados should remember: without both sides, anyone can be the victim or the jerk. Ops response. Yeah, he was definitely reaching, but his concerns were still valid. He spends a lot of money on me and our shared life. I'm sure it gave him tunnel vision during our discussion. Plus, this is all from my POV, I'm sure he'd have a lot more to say about me, lol.